I am therefore confirming today that, having listened and reflected, the Scottish Government will reset the plan I set out on March the 13th. We will not seek to introduce the legislation for an independence referendum immediately. Instead, we will, in good faith, redouble our efforts and put our shoulder to the wheel in seeking to influence the Brexit talks in a way that protects Scotland's interests.
I think the glum faces protest too much with the extended applause. Presiding Officer, since the 2014 referendum, nobody, not me nor anyone in this chamber, has ever called for members of the SNP benches to revoke their belief in independence itself. But the issue that we've had this last year has been with a First Minister who has tried to use the UK's decision to leave the European Union to try and impose another referendum on independence on Scotland at the earliest opportunity. No once-in-a-generation, no Edinburgh Agreement of respecting the result, just a single-vision drive to the line by Nicola Sturgeon to try and secure her place in history. And as our own MSPs have accepted, that decision cost her 21 seats and the support of 500,000 Scottish voters in the general election. Presiding Officer, yes voters and no voters, most people simply don't want this brought back anytime soon. And none of the questions that are raised by Brexit are answered by ripping Scotland out of our own Union of Nations, our biggest markets and our closest friends. And I'm afraid to say that statement will fail to give any assurance to those people that this First Minister is listening to them. And again, she makes virtually no mention of her domestic responsibilities. Instead, she appears to be in denial about her mistakes over this last year, and as a result, is leaking credibility and confidence in her leadership by the hour. Her response actually hasn't been to reflect, but to simply lash out at the UK Government at every opportunity and to sing the same old songs in the same old